Hi.
Hi, guys. Oh, happy days. It's been an interesting morning and afternoon.
Should I speak for eSports and DevX today, or Kirill will speak for eSports, Roman?
Let me talk from the deep of my heart.
From the bottom.
Let me speak from my heart. Yes, I know that
one. From the bottom of my heart.
The bottom of, is that what he said? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting morning. Ivan, it's up to you. You decide.
Yeah, there are so much chats, and I don't know how Roman arranged who will speak for eSports.
I'll introduce you. It'll be right at the end. I have your name for both eSports and for DevX.
Okay. Anyway, I'm ready to speak for the whole free TON if you want.
I'm sure you are.
Just kidding. That's not true.
Right. Hang on, guys.
You could. Everyone can do it. No official speaker.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Okay. All right. Are we all here? I can get started. All right. Hold on one sec. Right. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to weekly update number 30. Thank you for joining us. As usual, we'll have several presentations and then a Q&A. And as I understand this time, we have a new face from the Latvian community with us, which is very exciting. So let me just kick things off, I guess, with some good news. The second batch of Magister Ludi winners just got their tokens, like like an hour and a half ago. So total amount, 44,584,815 tons distributed to 60
not yet distributed. Not yet distributed.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Will be distributed, but it's been sent to the contract. Okay, great. So that means we are chugging right along, and we're looking pretty good to have everybody onboarded by mid-December. So just in time for the holidays. Yay. Also, we'll likely be sending out distributions to validators and partners on Thursday. That's what we're aiming for. Some of those are going to include Grupovina. Forgive me if I murder the name Popusti, I think it is, Grupovina Popusti. And then ABI from Africa, the African Blockchain Institute. So that's coming soon, guys. And Human Ventures. So those are going to happen, fingers crossed, this week, right? Okay, so now we have, please forgive me, I know I'm going to mispronounce your name. Is it Maritis? Maritis with us today? And as I understand, he's a member of the newly formed Latvian Free TON community, and he asked for an opportunity to talk a little bit about their plans and initiatives. So Maritis, if you're with us, we'd love to hear all about it.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. So Maritis is just a nickname for the Telegram. My name is Maris.
Maris, I apologize.
Yeah, it's all right. So, all right, let's start. Hello, guys. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Maris, and I'm from Latvia. I found out of Free TON about a month ago. I have been a crypto enthusiast for a few years now. So when I learned about the Free TON, I knew right away this is something I would like to take a part in. Right now, I'm a national leader of the Free TON Latvia together with my colleague Una, who sadly can't make it today to the session today. We would like to tell you guys what we have done so far and what we are planning for the future. So I have to say, we see a quite big potential for the growth of Free TON in Latvia. We are a mighty country in terms of IT in general, which of course includes blockchains. People here are interested in cryptocurrency as we have a strong crypto community over here. So we truly believe the free TON could be a success. Also, we have one of the fastest internets in the world. This year we got the 16th place, which is pretty nice, I think. During November, we have worked to create presence of free TON in social media platforms in Latvian language. We now are publishing content in Latvian, in Twitter and in Facebook. We have a news channel and community chat in Telegram, as well as Medium blog. Right now we are publishing content which has been translated from English, but as we grow, we plan on creating original content as well. We have created an SMM report with the work we have done so far, which will be shared in Telegram, as well as the forum. The report, of course, will be updated frequently as we publish new content. Well, we have also started publishing content in the Latvian local forum section, Free TON Forum, although so far seems to be the platform we have the biggest engagement in, and we're going to use it to our advantage without forgetting about the other platforms, of course. Other than social media, we are now in the process of creating a Latvian team to work with together. So that is in the works right now. We're also discussing potential partnerships with different associations. As an example, we have the very first cryptocurrency embassy in the world right here in Latvia, which we are really looking forward to hopefully work with in the future. We have also contacted universities, hackathon organizers, crypto communities, cryptocurrency unions, a lot of possibilities there. And we would like to also, we would also like to unite all the free TON national leaders and organize a meetup in the near future where everyone will be able to share their experience, ask for advice, give advice, and etc. Basically, we're taking our first steps into creating Latvian governance, and big thanks to Korean, Mexican, and African subgovernances for sharing their experiences and allowing to use their templates for subgovernance, contest proposals, etc. Yeah, that's about it. And maybe I would like to show my screen just to show you guys a little bit more information on the forum, if that's possible. Yeah, is it on now?
Yep, we can see it.
Right, that's great. So yeah, as you see, this is the forum. Yeah, I'm going to show this little small tab, and so yeah, we have all the information right here, so you can check out the Telegram, both like chat and the news channel, the Twitter, Facebook, and Medium. Also, yeah. Also, it's quite empty right now, but we are working on it to fill it in, and yeah, well, it looks something like this right now.
It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah. I can't read it, but it looks fantastic. Good.
Yeah, well, it's right.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Good luck, guys. Seriously, that's very good. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I know we were supposed to have Alexander Yakovlev here with us today. He had a question that came from the community voice subgovernance regarding rules or something like that. But as far as I understand, he couldn't make it today. But Pavel, I think you're here, and I think you can maybe pose the question that he was referring to. Maybe discuss it.
Yeah, actually, we had a discussion in community voice subgovernance regarding kind of endorsement by community, some kind of new declaration, and Alexander prepared quite a long document, I would say, and discussion was around quite around the topic which we discussed many times. So that's why actually would like to discuss it one more time on the call. So the idea is that Alexander believes that there should be some form of I don't know rules or some kind of guidance for community members. And my personal argument was that well, we can, or I mean, some group of technically random people, because there should be millions and hundreds of millions of people in the Triton community at some point, can sign whatever they want. But then, I mean, how they can dictate or influence or enforce anything to other millions and tens of hundreds of millions members going forward. So from that point of view, I think that any rules and guidance is a wrong way of going forward. So yeah, this is my view. That actually was the whole dispute about. Of course, decentralized ecosystem should have some values around which people are joining. But again, at the same time, again, my personal view is that there can be different groups of people, and it is normal. For example, I mean, there's no official website for Bitcoin, and we now have 3 or 4 different websites which represents different communities. Of course, there is kind of the first one, let's put that way, the first website which has the majority of traffic, but going forward, there could be different websites, different forums, which already we have different opinions, different concepts, how Triton or some parts of it can be developed. So in that respect, I think that the maximum in that particular case, I mean some group of members which have common views, so like active members. So the maximum I think can have is to describe clearly what values do we have, and probably some goals we would like to achieve. But it should be simple, not more complex than declaration of decentralization we had, and we have actually in the beginning. So that's my view. In decentralized ecosystems, no any complex rules or guides do not work. They do not make sense. That's discussion we had one more time.
I think the word we like to use sometimes is suggestions, right? We can make suggestions. People are always willing to make suggestions. Like we have a cooperation guide, right? We call it a guide, a cooperation guide, but it's not it's a suggestive.
Guidelines probably better, because again, it's kind of suggestive feeling.
Right. Where basically people came together, voiced a concern, said, hey, listen, this isn't going to work like this won't work like that. And a cumulative plethora of information gets combined, and that becomes sort of a hint, like, it would be good if, but I mean, rules, and just the very word rules in this community just comes off like a swear word.
Actually, the best concept, I think, in that respect, I mean, a part of values, I mean, from some strong leaders should be quite clear, but a part of values, I think the other good word for some probably technical details is best practices. Best practices, it's a great word because it's like, okay, you can follow with this practice, you cannot follow it. So this is, I think, the way how we can structure some some consensus on more detailed topics.
Yeah, I agree.
Any questions? We'll get questions.
Alex has a question. He raised his hand. I'd like, Alex, if I may, can we just sort of save the questions till the end, let everybody present, and then just sort of write them down? Is that okay, Alex?
Just a very short notice for what is the reason to have something else additionally, that declaration of decentralization that we have. So I missed, what is the reason why we can't live without it?
Yeah, I'm actually on your side and opposite to Alexander, but since he's not here, I can say his view. so he believes that this could somehow make community intentions and behavior better. Again, it's very hard to say for somebody who is not here. Probably he meant something else, but wording in his document was about like for example, like on any meeting there should be taken minutes. We should not talk about like price topics. So he took some restrictions which are technically has some
restrictive.
Background.
They're restrictive.
There are reasons for that, but we do not do it. And
I think
why you need any and again, as I said, whoever will sign whatever, how you can influence on millions and tens of millions of other people who just don't care.
I think, let me just jump in for a second. I think just to give a couple of words of support to Alexander, who is a community member who volunteered, and contributed. I think the intent is positive. The intent is that sometimes in decentralized communities, things are just not happening. People keep talking, particularly in the chats, and nothing is happening, as we can see in some of the chats. So his idea was, from how I understand it, is to bring some elements that enable more decisiveness and a little bit faster, tracks to decision making and some discipline. But of course, I agree that it's not enforceable, and there is no way we can enforce it, and we should enforce it. So I would rephrase kind of his proposal is how to take the good ideas that he had and add a little bit more decisiveness in what we do. And I don't think we should spend too much time on this call, but we can continue in the chat, I think. But the idea, I like his idea. For example, on that poor community sub-governance, we've been talking now for a month, and me included, and all the other team members, and we just cannot push the button on anything.
Which is not the best.
It's okay. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm just stating the fact.
Process.
Yeah.
There is evaluation process, and saying that you should make decision like in that time. Why? And what is more important, by the way, I just forgot to mention. Once we will have some rules like that, it will end up in people just conflicting, saying you violated that rule and you violated that rule. So then people will start do not add value.
And then we will have a court, and then we will be in the EOS.
Right.
Absolutely. Then we'll have a court.
I did not use the word rules. If you hear me saying, I said how we can bring more decisiveness without violating any principles.
Best practices, Alexander. Best practices.
Could be, but that's, I think, was the intent of Alexander. That's what he was trying to achieve. So let's take it from here. It's like, I don't think we should waste more time than.
Yeah. Okay.
To be honest with you, I just wanted to defend his intent. That was my purpose of my.
And you were a very good defense attorney.
Well, it's kind of relating to the DGO. So if you want me to give a status, I can do it now, and which will bridge, because we had in DGO sub-governance, which is about governance, sub-governance about governance, and that was this week. There was a contest for proposals for the design, informal design specifications, which I think for me was like great interest from the community. We had, I think, 14 or something like that submissions, some of them very elaborative. And I think what Alexander had to do is to submit his work in this contest, because that's the right framework, I think, for discussion about all these topics. And I urge you all to kind of read the proposals that are there, was submitted to the contest. Some of them are very interesting, and I also is proposing something, but it's not to promote my work or anything like that. But I think it's this discussion is important. But yeah, so we're moving forward. The jury has been selected in DGO sub-governance, and the specification contest has passed, and now we will judge that. initial members, and we're moving now to this week. There will be more contests regarding the smart contract implementation of some of the voting mechanisms like SMVs and stuff like that. And we urge developers to join also, because it's kind of very important for the network. And my personal comment can be that anything that can be automated should be automated, in my view. If we can automate something, we should automate it. We have after all, it's a blockchain based governance. It's not just some community, it's community around blockchain. So if we can automate something, and even the best practices into the smart contract, we should do that, of course, because everything should be on chain, right? We should remember that all the time. So we cannot just to create some kind of constitution and then some kind of off-chain ruling over that constitution. Sounds to me like not a very good idea. But what you can do inside smart contracts, if you have an algorithmic way of governance, then you should do that probably. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, okay. Well, now that Mitja opened the door to a sub-governance discussion, that's our last topic. So we have some of our beloved sub-governance members here with us today. All of you guys, gals, I apologize that it was such short notice about coming on the stream today. Usually I would have done this, at least yesterday, but let's just say it's been a crazy day. So crazy day, crazy everything for the last God knows how much time. So thank you for coming on such short notice. But let's start with our oldest and brightest, Wiki, Anastasia. You want to go ahead?
Okay, yes. Hi to everyone. I didn't have much time to redesign my presentation, so
no need. You can just talk about it. Yeah.
But I want to show you something. So just it will look also almost the same. So anybody see?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay. So what we have done for last 2 weeks, first we accepted the proposal for our new members. Now we have 13 members and 4 jury members. After that, we should redeploy smart contract for our renewal contest. So every member should vote. So we redeployed it, and we have now 17 voters. They will vote for this contest. Also, we started our renewal contest, and we have a total 30 contributors who sent their submissions to it. Also, for the time we checked 556 articles for machinery translations. And today evening we will show all results to members and juries, so they can vote according to this information. Of course, this information is not, like solid for them to decide whether it's good articles or not, but it's something at least, so they will have it. Next, we accepted the proposal for changing wiki rates and rewards according to all these situations with translations and so on. So the main changes are there is a 5,000 tons limit per one contestant. Also, we excluded the copy-paste from our rates, so no copy-paste now. And the translation rates was decreased, and now it's the same as rewriting, and some more. And it's just essential information. And we accepted the proposal for the extension of the members. So we are searching primarily for international contributors and the tech guys who can review our technical articles. So if you are interested in it, please apply your submissions. If you have questions, just go to our international chat. You can see the address or contact me or someone else from the Wiki subgovernance, and just see in blockchain the requirements and specifications for the new contest. And please apply. We will be very so we will be glad to see new members, new contributors, especially from international membership.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Anastasia. So yeah, guys, if you can contribute, please go to Wiki and do your best. They're doing a fantastic job. Anastasia, everyone, all you guys, you're a shining example of what a subgovernance should do. It's very impressive. Very impressive. Okay, let's go to SMM, social media marketing. Katya, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. So, hello everyone. Today I prepared a little presentation for you. It's not that impressive, but still it's something. So let's be here. Okay, can you see this?
Yep, we can see it.
Great. So yeah, now I will briefly tell you about what's going on in the SMM subgovernance. It's not that much because they thought that the presentation would be the next week, but still it's okay. We still have something. So, and to start with, we should say that the jury contest is successfully over, and that this week new jury members will take office. We're still waiting for some keys and some public addresses, but still the biggest part is done. So it's already something. Then what is necessary to say is that one more renewal contest is launched, and that's great. Our authors are being rewarded. Then yeah, we have some contests that are planned to be launched this week, like the contest for the best authors, which is based on the rating system, and some other contests for SMM activities. Then we finally have an English version of the content plan, which is published. There is a link in the SMM Subgovernance International chat. You can check it out. I think it's quite a big step for the decentralization because now both Russian-speaking and English-speaking authors have a chance to evenly participate in the activities of the subgovernance. Yeah, now we have like two versions of the content plan, English one and the Russian one, and they are being moderated by some of the most active members of the subgovernance. But we know that it's quite inefficient and that it needs to be optimized, and we're thinking on it. And I think that it would be great if there was a contest on the best decision, on the best solution for this problem. Like maybe someone could propose a platform which could support a bilingual content plan. I think that would be better than what we have now. Then yeah, we're still searching for new authors, especially those who can write in English. If you want, please submit your application. Everyone is welcome. Then yeah, this week there will be a massive blog update. It will be mostly technical because the appearance will be better, like the whole way that the website looks. And then there will be some new features. I'm not gonna reveal the details. You will be able to see it with your own eyes. And finally, there will be a mobile version of the blog. It will be, for now, it will be for iOS and Android. So it's going to be like a mobile application, which is I think is going to be very convenient. So we're waiting for it. And yeah, now there is a special tool on our website which allows authors calculate the reward right away on the blog, which they get for the article. And here's how it works. An author writes an article somewhere else, then they copy it, they put it in the special window on the blog, and the system calculates the number of symbols and and shows the results, like how much tons the author will get for this article. And that's basically it for now. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you.
Mitja, can I ask a question, please? Yeah. As you know, we have community has 2 partnerships, one with Cointelegraph, another one with Bitcoin.com. And the first article came out on Sunday. Thank you, Sharif Sakar, a community member who wrote that article about decentralization.
Sark.
So question.
Sark. It's pronounced Sark. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever. So question. I mean, how you guys are adapting to that? Because I would love to know like how much retweets were from that article. You know, what happened on the Twitter, what happened in the other social media, and what's the plan going forward once there'll be more and more articles, but basically at least 2 a week coming from both platforms. So what's happening on that front, on taking that and making it really big around the globe?
If you're talking about the technical side of the issue, about how to count all the retweets, about how to count all the likes, I'm sorry, I think I can't answer this question.
No, the question is, I mean, it's not every day. I mean, we didn't have Cointelegraph articles yet in the last 6 months. So this is the first time we got one. There'll be more coming up. I think, if I understand correctly, the team is working on another one for Thursday, and then Bitcoin.com. And obviously, we need to take advantage of that. We need to put it across all social media globally. We need hopefully some influencers to retweet. Like, any thoughts on that? Not only from you. I'm not. It's a question to everybody actually. But since you're representing SMM, I just wanted, maybe you guys had some thoughts on that already.
Yeah, I think we can publish news about this partnership, about the materials about this partnership on the blog. Like, we can distribute it. That's.
But it's not, the partnership is, I mean, there was already, I mean, the articles themselves. I mean, we need to really kind of, you know, give them a big life, particularly on the Twitter. I think Sharif tweeted, and the reason I'm asking, there were only 2 people who retweeted Sharif's article, myself and somebody else, I can't remember, which is, to be honest, it's a shame.
Let me intervene. Actually, SMM preparing content, distributing content, it's a different story. And we had very long discussions in Community Voice, sub-governance, and I think we finally should start doing some practical steps. Hopefully, this sub-governance will end up with a proposal very, very soon, and we can form decentralized as possible, as practically possible, distribution scheme, new distribution scheme, and hope that we will be able to build it like in a couple of weeks, because now it looks like that we have kind of an agreement, and ideas how it can be done.
But would it, Pavel? I mean, I hope we are not doing a distribution sub-governance. I guess it should be within the SMM sub-governance, right? Both content generation and distribution. Otherwise, we'll have like the whole value chain soon of sub-governances.
Okay, first of all, SMM, I think they posted on resources which are like inside community. Resources outside community, they are not. It's not SMM. They're not under SMM control, and this is quite a hard task to do. So, as of now, it looks like they don't have the resources. But we will.
That's why I brought it up. Exactly, that's why I brought it up.
Maybe
the term
maybe the term SMM might need a tweak in this case.
Yeah, because it kind of assumes both generation and distribution, if you think about the term. So
There
it's only generation.
mechanism to distribution content, because yeah, it seems like different task. We have, as far as I know, that we have some influencer who can share some articles in their personal Instagrams or something like that. But we need a mechanism to understand the metrics, that it's true or not, like not fake subscribers and so on.
Yeah, I agree. It's a different skill and it should be grown in a different way. So let's not mix up. I understand that now it's a bit disappointing that there's no distribution and some quite great news are not spread out. We discussed it, by the way, just yesterday with Mikhail Kabanov, that it is said that quite interesting news, I mean, much more interesting than other news in crypto space, just go nowhere. But this, we should structure it in the right way. Of course, it could have been very easy to do it in a corporate style way, just give somebody some budget and just hire PR agency, which is impossible in our case, and that's why we have such problems. But there are solutions which coming. Let's see next week what proposals we'll get.
I think Pavel is referring to the community voice sub-governance, which actually is going to handle that. I think we're just dealing with a case of just terminology, because I know everybody understands the term SMM as social media marketing, obviously. So there are certain preconceived expectations. So I think it's just a matter of terminology, and I think that could be fixed in a matter of a few minutes. So. But I think what community voice is going to be doing is exactly that, Alex.
Distributing news and distributing information, growing awareness.
It's like bounty, no?
No. Let's not talk about mechanics, how it should be done or will be done. Let's discuss it in some governance. Just saying that there are some ideas which we didn't have like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and now we'll try to form a document on that and try to establish such a system.
Okay. Katya, again, thank you very, very much. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your presentation. All right, now let's kill two birds with one stone.
Just a closing remark maybe for Katya. But then maybe also think if you guys, I kind of missed that you are not involved in distribution at all. I thought to a certain extent you were. That's why I was asking the question to you. But think about like customization of the content. For example, that article about decentralization, I think it was very powerful. I personally enjoyed it very much. Question is, maybe we can like customize it to and reuse and do the other languages, whatever. So there might be still a room for customization and translation there potentially. So. Sorry, wrong.
Yes, I totally agree. Thank you for this remark. I think we can discuss it within the community.
Great. Okay, I guess Ivan, you're up both for eSports and for developers experience, right?
Yep.
All right.
So
it's your show.
We'll start with eSports. So for these 2 weeks, we held one small partnership with a team of StarCraft streamers and pro players. They are both streamers and pro players. They held a tournament which showed like great metrics for this small game, for this small community. But I'm not ready to share the exact metrics. I just remember one metric which was like 700 average online was during 7 hours of each of the 3 rounds of this tournament, which is a great metric for a small community of StarCraft. And this partnership was like a baby step. Another two partnership will start in a week. The one partnership is ePulse partnership with Sweden company. Another partnership is with Ukrainian company Enter eSports. And this partnership are much more bigger. They include SMM activities. They include like some traffic and some well-known faces in pro gaming community. So our hypothesis, which we are to test, is that show tournaments will bring us new audience, new players, which we hopefully want to land on our groups, on our platform for TON distributions, and that's how we moving forward by the end of the year. And we somehow attached this to New Year, to Christmas, and to all the stuff. So that's the update for esports, and. Again, not much numbers because we didn't spend a ton in these 2 weeks. So that's it. Another sub-governance for which I will talk to is for which will I talk about is a developer experience, and here we have this like greater updates. So the first update is that the SDK bindings contest was finished, and I congratulate all the participants. We have now SDK, TON SDK implemented in more than, I would say, 15 programming languages, and that's really great. We have .NET platform, we have Go, we have Python, we have Lua, we have Java, we have Kotlin, we have really a bunch of like programming languages in which now developers can implement their DApps. So that's really great. This is a very important step because it expands the developer audience for free TON community. And me and both Mitja and all the members of sub-governance was really happy to see the submissions, and now we like need to judge them, and that's another kind of issue, because like there is 21 submission for this contest, and we have 21 days of voting. So that will I hope that
you should consider yourself lucky. You should consider yourself like you have no idea. 21 submissions. Oh, poor little guy. You no.
Oh,
try 60. Try 60 submissions and try doing it in 10 days.
Well, run. Yeah. For the whole fairness,
I know. It's technical.
You know, just to verify, it's not just to read the code. You need to install the environment of a language which you never used, for example, like or didn't use in your work. It's not that simple. It takes hours sometimes just to verify one.
Yeah,
I'm
complaining.
It's a lot of work.
You want to let me complain?
No.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about now how hard it is to judge. I'm just sharing the great news. So so that's it. And the second contest we held is a timer contract contest. And can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in clear.
Okay, the second contest is a timer contest, timer contract contest, and it was about implementing an on-chain solution to like set an alarm and to automatically like hold some recurring tasks, for example, or like alarm me in 5 minutes, like logic. So, and this logic is now possible to implement on-chain. We have more than 100 submissions for this contest, but I didn't look into them well, but I think that there are some like people who just spammed us with submissions. Anyway, we will. I think we will handle all the submissions here. So that's basically it, and we have a whole the lot of things to be done in nearest weeks, because there is a long roadmap to go for. But that's the results. Again, no any tons weren't distributed yet, but for now we have a lot of work to evaluate all the submissions and to reward first winners of developer experience contests.
Thank you, Ivan. That's badass, man. Thank you. All right. Let's see. I think we have one more update from Web and Design. Nikita?
Yes, hi guys. Do you hear me?
Yep.
So I'll talk you through what's up to Web and Design Self-Governance. We have had a little struggle with the deployment to the new website, but we had some troubles with the hosting. But actually, what I've heard that yesterday it was solved. So today we should see the new website live. I'll show you in just a second what you're about to see. But the thing is that the new website will be not all the blocks will be available on the website from the launch, just because some of the blocks need integration. For example, we have a contest and a proposal widget on the website, two different widgets. So, for example, in the future, if the new proposal or a new contest is live, is up, it should be automatically updated on the website, in the carousel, so everybody should see. Now, manually, it's not very easy to keep updated. So we'll launch the website, and in a couple of weeks, the new features will be unlocked. So I'll share my my screen in just a sec. So another update, we have a contest running for video presentation about TON. So the contest should end 7th of December. So in the 2 weeks, we hope to have a bunch of really cool produced videos that we can all look at and share, and all the other people should share. So one of the main criteria for the contest was that we should produce a video that more and more people would really like to share, even if not directly involved in TON community. Just make something really cool and viral as possible, and describing what we do here. So we hope to have it in 2 weeks. So I should give access to the camera, share screen, share. So something with my laptop, right? I'm using not a laptop. If everybody's okay, if I don't solve this problem in a couple of minutes, I'll just share.
It's fine. It's fine.
Share all the updates somewhere. So, but anyway, I hope you'll see the new website today, and hope that it gets everybody will appreciate all the work that has been put into it, and we hope that in December we'll unlock all the features and have the best website in the blockchain business.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. The only thing I wanted to ask.
Let me just quickly mention that despite the fact that some guys from TON Labs participated in discussions, but the majority, the vast majority of work was done by community. So now we'll have community website, and the future all further development of website will be driven by community. So this, I think, one of great examples of course, there were a lot of criticism of the speed of such development, and probably to some extent people say that it could have been done a bit better. But again, this is the side story of not centralized development, but some consensus-driven development. And well, we have what we have. If you don't like something or you would like to change something, please join Web and Design sub-governance, propose, I don't know, contest or do something. It should be fully open for everyone to join and amend. If it's
we can change the site every 10 days.
Yeah, it's not probably
no problem with that at all.
We should develop it. We should add some functionality, make it probably nicer. Yeah, but site is again important for sustainability of this development, that it should all go to community, and the sub-governance should be open for newcomers with their ideas.
Yes, can I, also add to what Pavel said? That's right. That like we try to involve members from the Web and Design sub-governance. The initial members actually that did the most of the efforts, but so again, as always in design, there is also some opinions and some basically 2 or 3 people, 2 or 3 different professionals in this industry have might have different opinions, and they all can be right. So sometimes we have to choose, and we're really welcome if about any suggestions and any opinions. But I just want to say that I had a lot of opinions, like in style of this is not very good. I think this block doesn't describe what it should describe. I mean, and actually I agree, but if you want for something to be changed, like if you just propose something like, I don't like this, maybe we should do that. And if the community, we discuss it in the community, if the community says that the suggestion, is valid, we implement it. But I know a lot of stuff that can be changed for the better. But if you have a suggestion, just like propose something, and that's much more useful than just like, I don't like that. But,
right. Constructive feedback.
Yeah. That's right. So, but we had very good feedback, and actually a lot of minor bugs that even my eye didn't catch, some guys caught. So thank you very much for the input.
Thank you, Nikita. Yeah, and that's a good point too. And just saying, well, I don't like something it's not feedback. It doesn't help anybody. If you have an idea, share it. Yeah. All right. Okay, I think that's it for the presentation. So we move to Q&A. So let's start here in the group.
Why not DeFi?
Because I wasn't told. I wasn't told that DeFi had something. So okay, I'm sorry. Please go ahead. Let's go DeFi.
Yeah. I will be brief as usual. So actually, we have some great news on the DeFi. So the first news is that the contest for the DEX architecture and design has finished and is now in the voting stage. So we have a lot of great works, and it's really, really interesting to read all of them. And the voting finishes tomorrow, and we will have several winners for sure. The next good news is that we had 2 implementation roadmaps presented already on the DeFi calls, one from Wintex Pro team, another one from the Brokers team, for implementation of Ethereum and Polkadot bridges. So, and now we are preparing, both teams preparing the proposal for implementation to fix all this roadmap with estimates and follow it and to do everything on chain. Also, we are contacting now all other participants to learn if they are ready to participate in the implementation, and if they will be ready to provide us with roadmaps and estimates as well. So please, guys, if you hear this, just ping me or just write in the DeFi channel. So I will just give you guidance on how to do this. And also we have a very interesting contest coming. It's a stablecoin design and architecture contest. We have drafted already the first version of this contest, and I think that we will polish it and publish this week for everyone to criticize and propose. So please also keep an eye on the DeFi group on the forum as well. Yeah, and join our weekly call on Thursday. So we will have a lot of interesting discussions. So that's pretty it.
Okay.
As I promised, I'm brief.
No, that's great. That's great. Sorry, I just had I wrote down a list of everybody that responded, and so forgive me. So let me thank you, Vlad. Thank you very much.
Ron, can I have a short update just for a sec? I just saw that Cointelegraph retweeted our first Sharice article, and actually that's the our first retweet by Cointelegraph, and actually the biggest platform in the business. So I congratulate everybody. I think that's actually really cool start. So yeah. I'll share the link with everybody, and so yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Ron, by the way, I just realized that I can have some update from analytics and support sub-governance because...
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so finally we launched 3 contests. One is for ideas, crowdsource for ideas of recurring task reward mechanics, which happens. Such tasks we have in different sub-governances, and we would like to get some ideas from community how we can reward something which constant, like some small or technical work, a part of saying that like
support, for instance.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of tasks and different sub-governances which could deserve to be rewarded, and it's hard to structure the contest. So let's see what community will give, and then we'll continue discussion what sub-governance models could be. I know that Mitja is against,
I'm just shutting up.
But
I'm just
yes,
not talking.
Thank you very much. I get it's just contest for design, so let's see what people will come. Probably there will be some brilliant ideas, and we will say, yeah, wow.
Where is the contest held?
Analytics and support sub-governance. So
okay,
please take a look. Okay, yeah.
It's support.gov.freeton.org.
Thank you.
Yes, and there are 2 more contests about efficiency of jurors. Actually, we had a lot of critics about jurors voting, and also there is a second similar contest about for analytics on sub-governance efficiency. This is also very important. I saw comment that people say, well, it should be regular. Yeah, I agree, but in order to make it regular, we should again look first how people will structure their analysis, and after that probably again we'll have another discussion how we should structure it as an ongoing monitoring. So this is probably quite a long feedback loop, but this is an element of feedback loop which can be implemented in the decentralized community. What is important to say that results of those contests, they actually do not have direct influence on sub-governance. It doesn't mean that we will then go and punish somebody. Okay, well, because technically we don't have any, analytics and support sub-governance, it doesn't have any instruments and any capacity to do this. It's just collecting ideas from community, how it looks, what all is going. But what is important that then it should be hopefully apparent for global governance who are more efficient, less efficient, and then it can influence, again, it's not must, and can result in some changes of approval of following requests for tokens by self-governances. This is it.
It should to say that in analytics and support subgov, one contest have finished already. It's
yeah, jury. Yes, jury, by the way.
Jury selected. I find I look through almost all of submissions, and should say that many participants have great professional background, and hope it will help to get a strong subgov community.
Yes. And I just realized that while you were talking, Pavel, and I just looked. So you guys launched it and I didn't even see it. So I just voted. So there you go. I just did that while you guys were talking. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is there anybody else that wants to say anything about? I apologize. I didn't get the full list of everyone who would be on the call from subgovernances. So if I missed you, please speak up and just update us. And if not, we can go to questions. More subgovernance? Nope. Okay, we'll do that next week or the week after. I think subgovernance updates, I don't think we need to do that every week. I think maybe twice a month or once every 3 weeks, something like that. We'll figure it out.
Once a month. I mean, once a month. It takes so much time, actually. So.
Maybe we can just take it by portions, and every time we have some portion dedicated, and that's it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's good. When somebody has something to say, they say it. Okay. Okay. All right, great. Oh, I'm sorry. And Pavel, you also wanted to say something about contest effectiveness?
No. Actually, this I already said as part of analytics and support subgovernance discussion results. So we will try to establish some feedback loops in a decentralized way. And this is an example how it could be structured. The general comment is that, guys, I know that there were a lot of conflicts. There were a lot of people who were disappointed by some, I don't know, discussions or some opinions. But it is important to say that we're doing experiments. And please don't judge it very tough, because we see how it works. When we do something, like I like to say, trial and error. We do something, we see the results, and there's a lot of materials for thought at the moment we have. So we learn. I agree 100% with Mitja that everything which can be automated should be automated, because otherwise it end up with people conflicting on forum. We should do this or that. But in order to automate something, you need to understand what works and what not. So it goes together. So you see the results of such approach, learn, and then do some solution. And my feeling that we now have a lot of experience, and we are now ready to finally design and implement and launch so-called governance 2.0. That's because of actually community. That's because of your effort and your opinions and your activity.
Should we talk now about the jury selection change that we want to kind of start implementing?
Yeah, why not? Go. I mean, it's up to you, dude.
You sure that we?
Yeah,
I'm not sure that we'll be able to do it soon. So it's practical to discuss once we are ready for implementation.
I thought you said that we can start doing this manually.
Yeah, okay. For manually approach
from the central governance. So the idea is to separate the jury from the sub-governances, so that the jury will not be selected from inside sub-governances or under control of sub-governances, but will be a separate structure, which will be, I would say, like on the main governance level, the global governance level. And then two things will happen. Actually, it's part of the several proposals, I think, of the design that was posted in the DGO sub-governance this week. So what will happen? Two things. First, you will be able to use jury, like one jury, for contests in different sub-governances. And that's of course, particularly where it's hard to find specialists in certain fields, or requires certain very high specific qualifications. That will enable the sub-governances to use this this resource. So that will be more effective. That's one reason. And the other reason, of course, not less important, is that the security, because that will allow to, it will not allow, I would say, some forms of, maybe colluding between the sub-governance and the jury. And I think this is critically important going forward, as we have more and more sub-governances. Obviously, no one can go and control this, the main governance, or how you call it, the global governance, will simply not be able to go and check everything in every sub-governance. It just won't be possible, I think. So separation of the powers, it's a very important concept. You should not have a court in a normal kind of juridical society. You should not have a court not separated from a political, for example, governance. So if you have a sub-governance which role is to organize community and perform certain activities inside that, and then distribute some tokens for the contests inside these activities, they should not be the ones who also judging in these contests. It's just not, it just doesn't feel right. And of course we have all good intentions, and I'm sure there are all good people around Freeton and right now, but we already had conflicts. Even if you don't actually have bad intentions, because I really don't want to judge anyone. Like you have sub-governances already in Freeton. 6 months, we have already sub-governances who kind of separated, who had fights inside of that. We should minimize that in as much as possible. And if we can do that by a simple decision of moving the actually judgment out of the execution, that's just a good practice. So from both the practical standpoint and the, can I say, legal standpoint, something like that. Not legal, but
regulatory. No,
not
I was going to say the R word. I think everybody
the best
knows
practice,
what you're trying to say. Best practices.
Best community. I don't know. Best decentralization. Actually, it parts of decentralization, I think, right? So I think that because no one should centralize the powers in one hands, like if, for example, in the hands of some governance. I think let's try to do it, because we don't need to actually, we can do it right now manually, even just to try. So for example, there is an idea for subgovernance, and I'm working on this subgovernance currently for the formal verification. We have great advances in this. I think we can make Freeton one of the blockchains where formal verification really shine, and that's really important. Sorry. And so I'm talking currently with several groups, and thank you, by the way, Cyril, he's not on this call, by connecting us with some French researchers who are doing formal verification. There are also thank you Serozha for connecting with some MGO guys and so on. So we have several groups already who would like to participate in the formal verification, and apart from Provendo. And we probably want to bring it under sub-governance. So every contract that needs a formal verification, a system contract or anything like that can apply as a contest to this sub-governance. And it will allow us to have a roadmap of some sort for inside this formal verification efforts which we are on, because there are many efforts which are outside of just the scope of verify this contract or verify that contract, because there are some toolings that we can share with the community and share between the teams, so it will be more effective, save some time. We can share research. In order to share research, we need to have a framework for how we can do that, economically, and so on and so forth. So, but in the same time, we also need a jury which will be specialized in formal, which can actually verify the verification, which can also judge the results of the formal verification contests, for example. And this is a very specialized, I would say, skill, which very rarely, happen to be possessed by someone. So we can start from here, and we can nominate a jury for formal verification from the community as a part of the main governance, that every sub-governance who wants to make a formal verification or has some kind of formal verification contest can then apply to this jury to judge. And going forward, we can do that with many others and all the others.
So in a way, it's almost like a jury sub-governance.
No, it's not a sub-governance, because there is no governance there. They don't need to govern.
The sub-governance is the wrong word, but I mean in practicality,
it's just groups. It's just groups.
Groups, yes.
Dedicated.
No. Let's not invent new words. I mean, it's very simple. In governance 2.0 concept or more DGO, so there it should all standardized. So there will be a group as which ruled by SMV voting, including members, excluding members, and group which has some tokens, it's sub-governance, because they can spread it and share it. And group and some groups can be jury groups. It's all standardized. That's when governance composability will work at the best possible, with the best possible efficiency. It's exactly the same concept as in DeFi. It's governance composability. So let's not complicate. So will be the main cornerstone of the whole new governance system, because group is a stable entity. It could get new members. It could vote for exclusion if some members do not perform their duties well. And going forward, there could be a number of groups with reputation, whether formal or informal, which actually will have some, I don't know, quite important roles in development of Freeton, and this will be real 100% on-chain governance.
Yes. So yeah, basically, so you'll just have a tag attached to the jury group, for example. So this jury group is good at, I don't know, JavaScript, and then there will be several groups like that, and then these groups will drawn into the just a contest to, if there is a contest for JavaScript in some sub-governance, then this group will, or these groups will just make a jury for this contest.
Yeah. Okay. Let's finish this
boring
discussion.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. We're running over time. So okay. I think we're done with all presentations. Thank you, guys. Very interesting. Okay. Let's go to questions in the group. Alex has his hand raised. Alex, go ahead.
Hi. Actually, I have a question for Mitja about his proposal. So he, as I understand, he wants to separate the sub-governances and jury for this sub-governance. And he told something about conflict of interest. But I just didn't understand. For example, if we take, for example, example, me, I'm in a developer experience sub-governance as a developer, and I want to discuss a proposal, and I want to create my own proposal to improve developer experience in the free-TON world. And what's wrong if I want to evaluate the submissions for the contest, that proposal I created by myself or discussed? So what's wrong if I will evaluate submissions and if I will be a jury member for this type of content? I don't see any conflict of interests. I think
it's not prohibited. It's not prohibited. Let's first of all, let's not go into details, because the details of implementation can vary. But it's not a conflict. You can be in a sub-governance and many sub-governances, and you also can be part of the jury, as long as the selection of the jury is not under sub-governance control. So, for example, again, this is already implementation, but in my proposal, which I proposed in the DGO contest, the selection of the juries for the contest is random. So you may be in this group or may not to judge the contest, but you definitely can be a jury, part of the jury, if you possess certain qualifications. It's just separated.
Okay, let's not go into technical details, because I, for example, have a little bit different views on jury selection mechanics for contests, but again, it's premature. The idea is that we probably can have selection juries, professional juries, attached to some tags or skills on global governance level, and then at this point we can offer sub-governance if some contest relates to that topic, to use this jury instead of standard sub-governance jury. But again, my view that it will not work with current level of automation. It will work only when we'll have a high level of automation. Hopefully it will happen soon, and I'm sure that we should have a presentation of some consensus mechanics, and moreover, there should be different mechanics working in parallel, just to see how it works. There could be mechanics fully automated, there could be mechanics less automated, but some human factor including in. Let's see. I mean, the idea of what Mitja said, I think it's clear, and of course, I mean, everyone should understand the concept of conflict of interest. I personally worry more about professionalism.
No, it's a problem that I do not understand where is the conflict of interest. I do not understand.
Oh, if you judge a contest where you have a submission, then there is a conflict of interest.
No, it's other topic. We are talking about sub-governance and jury in this sub-governance.
Yes,
so
exactly.
We are not talking. So we are not talking about participants.
Yeah, I think what's being said is
let's Alex, let's take it into another maybe it's worth separate discussion. There are many, like because developer group is exemplary in terms of how great it runs and great people that are participating and everything is there. I'm part of this sub-governance, so I know. So it's really great, but it's not always the case, Alex. There are other examples of the sub-governances which operates in a very different settings and created very differently for very different purposes, and abusing the community. So you should not judge on the best examples. You should actually judge on worst.
Yeah, that's you took the words right out of my mouth. I think there may be, Alex, you're seeing it from your own perspective, from your own prism. There are several examples where the ability to manipulate decisions is actually coming from the jury within a sub-governance, and that can't continue.
Okay, let's move on. Ron,
yeah,
please.
Look, questions within the group still. Alex has another one. Go ahead.
Yes, I have another question actually about also jury members. this happened 2 weeks ago. I'm talking about Crystal Wallet Design Improvement Contest. And in a forum, it was a person who who wrote that one of the jury member promised rake good marks to one of the participants. And I look at this topic last week, 1 week after it happens, and like it didn't finish. So we have the word from a person who dropped some evidence, and we had a word from a jury member. So we have one word and other words. And I asked Vladislav about this, and Vladislav told me that he passed all information to Ron, Pavel Prigolovka, Sergei Shashov, and there is some investigation about this case. And my question is, what is the investigation of this? Did it finish? How is it going? Do you need some help from me in this case? Because I don't want such cases and such accusations to be hushed up. Because openness and transparency are our only vehicle protection.
Alex, sorry. Again, it's impossible to do manual, to correct manual all such cases, because then it will be centralized, very efficient, but very narrow system, because it will not be scalable. The idea is that in current jurors efficiency contest, everyone can do submission and explain situation, and later on we would have some discussion what measures, general measures, not specific measures, we can do. For example, there can be disqualification vote. So if some juror, if there will be evidence that some jurors constantly make say bad decisions, whether they are motivated or they're just incompetent, then at this point of development of governance, we can have disqualification votings, but not only for one juror, but it should be a system for that. And going forward, there are a lot of different models. One of them Mitja just proposed. You could read his proposal in the DGO sub-governance. So going forward, there should be mechanism to exclude such behavior, make it at least economically not profitable. So we cannot, I mean, we should not try to do now everything to the best possible, because then we will stop and we will do only one thing in a month. We now try to get experience and try to build reasonably working scalable system. That's my view on the story.
Yeah, and if if I can just add to that, like I mean, you hit on a nerve a little bit, right? In that somebody contacted Ron Millo, somebody contacted Pavel, somebody contacted, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. If I could do everything that I'm being contacted for, I'd need a staff of 500 people, because it's impossible. I'm one person. I can't, there's only so much I can react to. I'm not a decision maker, and people, I mean, they see my face, they think that I have some kind of influence.
Moreover, there's no such decisions. I mean,
right.
There's
no
just
decisions.
randomly. If people come and say, okay, I have disagreement with this, do something. What we can do?
Yeah, what am I going to do?
This jury was selected, so the only thing you can do, or you can do in sub-governance, you just have a disqualification vote. Simple as that. If it's on sub-governance level, then it's up to your sub-governance to disqualify that jury. But again, as Mitja said, there is some conflict if jury was selected between people, members of sub-governance know, so there are some social connections, and people can say, well, let's not touch it. So at the moment, we understand that it doesn't work well, because there are not much people in total. We divided it. Now we have 11 sub-governances, and which means that like probably in general community is quite big of active people, but when you divide it on 11, then it becomes more narrow and
also you don't divide the full community, you divide just active members, which always a fraction of the community, so it's like it goes to be very intimate.
Oh yes, a lot of should be done. First of all, we should get more people, draw awareness, and of course definitely build the right systems.
And you can't look to a specific individuals to solve problems. That's management. That's corporatism. We don't have that. So it's very there's nothing I can do, right? I can't solve the problem. The problem has to resolve itself on a community level. I mean I understand your frustration, but
for me personally,
because of this, I offered my help regarding this case. I just want to close this case. I want to put some post in this forum that, for example, we spoke with this jury. We make some talk with him, and he will not behave like this anymore, or something like this, or in the future. Okay.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Okay, great.
don't ask me to do what I can't, I can't.
No, I'm not asking to do. I was told that it was some investigation, and because of this, I'm asking.
I think what happened was I actually did reach out to this individual and asked this individual to do what I would have asked anybody to do, and that's to go on the forum and comment. And he did.
Yes.
End of story.
And I personally like to get some information, like to get some information about precedents, but not in order to do something with that, but just to understand how community works, what problems we have, just to understand how to do the next round of, of something better.
Yeah, I just want to put some result in this topic and close it. Just because of this, I'm collecting information from you guys. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope we shed some light on it. Okay, we're really running over time here. Last call for questions from participants here. If you do have one, please raise your hand in the chat. We have two questions from YouTube. The first is, when will the first part of the 1/12 of vesting that is scheduled be sent? Which vesting?
It's
validators vesting.
Well, the second one was already sent. Yeah.
December, basically.
Yeah, it should be part of the pool, and should be once the second phase of the pool deployment will happen, then vesting part will also be transferred to the pools.
There you go. Another question is, hi everyone. I proposed informal Twitter trending contest last week. If you've read it, can we have a little discussion here? If people feel positive, I will go ahead and make a formal proposal. No, that's for the forum. I mean, there's no reason to discuss. I mean, if you want to make a proposal, make a proposal.
And I think you can ask that person to join Community Voice, because this is probably exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I read the question earlier and I made a note. It's right in front of me and I forgot. Yeah, there's a Community Voice subgovernance. Now it's not officially a subgovernance, but it will be probably like next week, we're hoping, right?
We're finalizing it like today or tomorrow.
And just join them because that's exactly what they do. So this actually isn't for global governance. This is for sub-governance. So you might want to rework your proposal based on feedback that you get in that sub-governance. That's all the questions that I see. Last call for questions, or we can all go about our busy days again. So last chance. Do I do the honors?
Thank you, guys. See you around.
Bye. Thank you,
everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Have a wonderful week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.